In today's video, we're going to be doing an episode of Cooking Gluten-Free with Ebony. If you're wondering what that is, it's a new segment series where I'm going to be cooking gluten-free meals every single week. So make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Tune in and see all of the gluten-free meals I'm going to be making every single week. We have varieties from breakfast stuff, lunch stuff, dinner and puddings. So tune in every single Wednesday to see a new gluten-free recipe that I have made for the first time. Today we're going to be making potato drop scones. I've never made potato drop scones before, ever. So this is my first time making them, so we're going to make them together for our first episode of Cooking Gluten-Free with Ebony. It's super easy to make these potato drop scones. It only takes 10 minutes to make them, and cooking time is 20 to 25 minutes, which is super convenient. The amount that I'm making is going to serve 4 people, so it'll last me for today and maybe even tomorrow. I'm going to be talking through all of the instructions, all of the step-by-steps, so you guys can make it with me, or you can watch it back when you want to make them yourself. I have my recipe book here, and it's got a picture of the potato scones right there, and it's got my instructions and my ingredients that I'm going to need. So, because I never made this before, I'm going to be using this for reference. Also leave a link in the description so you guys can find this 200 gluten-free recipe book. It's absolutely amazing. It gives you a lot more options when you're looking to make something that's gluten-free. For this recipe, I needed 500 grams of potatoes, which I have chopped up slightly into small chunks. I'm going to boil them now for 15 minutes in boiling water in a saucepan. So I've put my potatoes just to boil just now. I'm putting them on for 15 minutes. So my potato is now done boiling. It's now nice and soft, that nice soft consistency. So I'm able to mash it. This is the next step. The next step is to mash my potatoes into a mashed potato consistency. So I'm gonna go and mash them up now because they've finished boiling. So let's go take them out of the pan and mash them together. Guys, I tried to mash my potato with a fork. I've learnt a lesson. You can't mash a potato with a fork. Over half of the fork ends up in your mashed potato. Oh my goodness. I found like this potato masher thingy. It's not a complete potato masher, but it's got the holes in it, so it should work. So we're gonna try this. Potato mashed together. I need to add a couple ingredients in, so I'm gonna show you guys what to add in at this stage. But I was thinking, why is it so hard to mash together? But then I realized when you make a mashed potato, you normally put a bit of milk, a bit of butter, but this time I had to do it dry, so it's a little bit harder than normal, but we got there in the end. So it says for the next step we're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of gluten-free baking powder. Now I got this one from Asda, but you can get this from any of your local retailers. They should do gluten-free baking powder. So I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons, not tablespoons, a teaspoon of gluten-free baking powder. For the next step, I'm going to add these 3 ingredients, which is 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 eggs, and 75 milliliters of milk. I'm going to add them into my mashed potato now and combine them together. What I'm going to add into my mashed potato is some milk. I'm just going to pour that all in. And I'm going to add my 2 eggs into the pot. And I'm going to add my baking powder in as well. Making it all comes out of the bowl and into the pan. And now that I've done that, I'm going to mix it all together. So this is what it looks so far without it being all mixed together. I'm going to mix it together with a mixing spoon and add it into the frying pan. Now that all of my ingredients have been mixed together, I'm going to go and add it into the frying pan. But yeah, this is what it should look like with all the ingredients mixed together. And we're going to add it to a very hot frying pan. You can put any type of oil in it to fry it. I personally like to add vegetable oil, but any of your preference is suitable for the recipe. So I've kind of done my first batch now, and they've actually come out really well. I didn't think they were actually going to come out that well, but they look so delicious. I cannot wait to taste them. They're nice and soft in the inside as well. They've not gone hard or anything. I've got my second batch frying now. I'm trying to keep that round ball kind of like shape form. It is kind of going like into a pancake shape, but that is okay. It will still taste delicious. There's still a lot, so I recommend if you're doing it for just one person, maybe cut up one potato instead of two. But yeah, they look so good. I cannot wait to taste them. I'm going to do my second batch now when these have finished frying. Thank you for watching the first episode of Cooking Gluten-Free with Ebony. There's going to be so many episodes every single week of me trying different gluten-free recipes from scratch. So thank you for sticking along to try this one out. These look so delicious. I can't get over that I made these. Come back next Wednesday so you can see what recipe we're going to be making that's gluten-free inside my recipe book that we've never tried before. So see you then. Bye.